I still remember the sound of the plastic, that brittle rustle of garbage bags lined along the gate. My clothes, my shoes, my degree certificates, all packed like waste. And my mother, standing there with folded arms, her face stone. My siblings behind her, silent witnesses. "You're 25, she said coldly. "Get out, now." I didn't argue, I didn't beg. I just smiled, a small, quiet smile that confused her for a second, then got in my car and drove away. That was 6 months ago. Tonight, she sent 60 messages. "Where are you? Please answer. It's about your siblings." And I can't help but think, she finally needs me. When I was younger, I thought my mother was strength personified, the woman who could rebuild a home from dust. She raised us after my father left, or so she claimed. I believed every story she told about sacrifice, every word that made her a martyr. But as I grew older, I started seeing the cracks, the way she pitted us against each other, the way love became a tool, given only when convenient, withdrawn when she wanted control. I was always the problem child because I questioned her, because I wanted to leave. I worked 2 jobs, saved every rupee, and got my own car. That's when it started, the manipulation, the guilt trips, the emotional blackmail. "You think you're better than your family now?" she would say. "No," I'd reply, "I just want a life that's mine." She never liked that answer. The day she threw me out wasn't spontaneous, it was planned. She waited until my siblings came home. She wanted an audience. She wanted to humiliate me publicly, make it look righteous. "You've been ungrateful long enough," she said. "You think you can live alone? Go ahead." So I left, but not before looking at my brother, the one she called her favorite, and saying, "You'll understand one day." For the first 2 months, I lived in my car, slept near the coast, showered at a gym. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't ask for help. I just worked, quietly, relentlessly. I found a position at a small tech startup. I learned fast. Within 3 months, I was handling their finances. Within 4, I was their lead analyst. I'd learned early that revenge doesn't need fire. It needs patience. My family thought I'd disappeared. That's what she told everyone. "He left us. He doesn't care." She even used my absence to gain sympathy from relatives, collecting money to help her through the struggle. But what she didn't know was that her favorite son, my brother, had reached out. He was tired of her control too. He told me everything, how she manipulated him, how she made him sign over the house inheritance under her name, how she lied about my father's abandonment. Turns out, my father hadn't left us. He'd been pushed out. She forged his signature in the divorce papers. I listened in silence, and that night, I made my plan. I met my father 3 weeks later, a quiet man now, working as a mechanic in another city. The guilt in his eyes told me he still thought I hated him. "I know the truth," I said softly. He looked at me for a long time before whispering, "She took everything." I smiled, not for long. The next month, I helped him file for property restoration. I gathered proof, bank records, forged documents, all the pieces my mother thought she'd buried years ago. My brother, now on my side, signed a statement. We didn't tell her. We just let the law do its work. When the court order came, it was quiet. No drama. Just a letter, declaring the property under dispute, freezing her accounts, halting the sale she'd been planning. She called me that night. "Did you do this?" she hissed. I said nothing. Silence is louder than confession. Weeks passed. I watched from a distance as her perfect world cracked. Relatives she'd manipulated stopped visiting. Creditors called daily. Her sympathy fund dried up. Then came the text. "Please come home. We need you." I didn't reply. Tonight, her messages flood my phone again. "Your brother isn't speaking to me. The house might be taken. Please, I'm sorry." I sit in my apartment, my own, earned without her, reading them one by one. The irony tastes sweet. She once said I'd never survive without her. Now she's the one drowning without me. I could help her. I have the resources, the contacts. But I won't. Because this is what she taught me. Love is conditional. Help must be earned. I step out onto my balcony, watching the city lights burn in the distance. 6 months ago, I drove away with nothing. Tonight, I have everything that matters: peace, clarity, and silence. I open her last message. "Please, I'm your mother." I type back 3 words. Simple, final, poetic. "You're 25, remember?" Then I hit send.